Ban Ki-moon is skating on thin ice. For several weeks he has been at the centre of a media storm, criticised for being invisible, inaudible and overcautious. With little respect from diplomats or UN officials, the UN Secretary-General is, they say, nowhere to be found, as if the UN ship has lost its captain.
It's not easy.
The theme of this recent trip to Norway was climate change. Despite the cheers from schoolchildren, Ban Ki-moon is on the defensive. A diplomatic cable leaked, accusing him of being inefficient, scripted, quick-tempered and without charisma.
I have my own charisma. I have my own leadership style.
In New York, pressure groups are missing Kofi Annan, who was a global voice for the world's poor. Ban Ki-moon is criticised for shaking hands with the president of Sri Lanka without making sure the death of thousands of civilians would be investigated after the defeat of the Tamil Tiger rebels. In Burma, the UN Secretary-General met with the military junta, but not with the opposition leader Aung San Suu Kyi.
Often he's so eager to meet with the tyrant that he gives up all of his leverage and gets nothing in return.
Ban Ki-moon hopes that redemption will come from his work on climate change. He's invited the world leaders for an important meeting. He wants to make sure that the summit in Copenhagen at the end of the year will be a turning point. But the campaign he has launched is a double-edged sword.
Ban Ki-moon has staked a huge amount of his prestige and political capital in getting a deal on climate change in Copenhagen. If there isn't a deal, then that will be severely damaging for Ban.
At times, the criticism is over the top. Ban Ki-moon inherited one of the toughest jobs on the planet. Persevering, he made a UN mission in Darfur happen and pushed open the door for aid in Burma. A cautious man, Ban Ki-moon never alienated the great powers who will decide on his re-election in 2 years from now. But UN observers are already openly questioning whether this will be enough.
He is not comfortable as a public speaker. He is not altogether comfortable in English. He is, of course, not at all comfortable in French. So it's just who he is. And within the confines of who he is indeed an earnest, sincere, concerned, hardworking, and quite admirable person. But that doesn't mean he's the right person for the job.
It's now up to Ban Ki-moon to prove in front of the world leaders that he is up to the task.